Archangel Michael says, "This is not what it seems." The news of this pregnancy was never part of the worldly plan, it was conceived in realms far beyond what anyone can imagine. Someone close to you is hiding the truth about what this child truly represents. It didn't happen by mistake. It didn't happen in the shadows of sin, it happened in the corridor between timelines. This child is arriving with a celestial fingerprint, and its heartbeat echoes with a greater purpose. Your name is written somewhere near this event. That's why lately you've been feeling emotional waves that aren't your own. The reason is that your spirit is tied to the outcome of this life being formed. It is connected to your healing, to your deliverance, to your elevation. You may not understand how your energy got involved, but it was called, not dragged. You have been spiritually selected to feel, witness, and respond to the vibrations of this unborn force. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You are not the parent, but you are the guardian of a truth linked to this pregnancy. Someone has prayed under a veil of shame, and that prayer summoned you. They haven't told you yet, but their silence is holding back something sacred meant for you. The pregnancy was never meant to be kept hidden, but they fear the outcome. They fear the reaction, the exposure, the collapse of appearances. But destiny doesn't care about appearances, it breaks them to reveal the divine. Your name has been repeated in whispers as they speak to this child at night. Even before birth, the spirit of this baby is drawn to yours. That's why you felt those mysterious dreams, waking up at unusual hours with pressure in your chest. This connection is undeniable. It is not emotional, it is spiritual, prophetic, and timed. Your presence will soon be requested, not with words, but through events that pull you into this situation. Type Amen to get blessing 447. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore this message thinking it is not for you. You will see the truth unfold through symbols, a phone call from a forgotten number, a familiar face showing up in unfamiliar pain, and a random photo that unlocks memory. All these are signs that you're stepping into something designed before your own birth. A name you know very well is at the center of this pregnancy. The energy surrounding them has shifted ever since conception. You haven't spoken to them recently, but they are looking for the strength to reach out. The longer they wait, the heavier the energy becomes. You'll start noticing unusual behavior, secrecy in their eyes, trembling when they mention the future. They are fighting with the idea of bringing you into something they don't fully understand themselves. There was once a moment, long ago, when you made a decision to walk away. That decision is being reversed in the spiritual realm. It's why this child is being born now, because this is your second chance to do what only you can. Type Amen to get blessing 522. This is not just about a baby. This is about the breaking of generational damage. A seed is growing that will defy everything that came before. This unborn life is protected, and you are part of that protection. You were placed in its energetic circle before the child even had a heartbeat. Someone else's womb is carrying it, but your role is being written in the invisible text of destiny. You'll begin to feel the symptoms even though you are not the one carrying it. Fatigue, pressure in your lower back, sudden cravings, not physical, but emotional. These are all messages from the spirit of that child reaching for you. They are being born into a storm. The mother is in fear, the father is in confusion, but you are the light that will hold steady when the winds begin. That's why you are reading this right now. Type Amen to get blessing 664. You've already seen glimpses of the future without knowing it. Remember that night you cried out for a sign, and then dreamt of a child looking directly into your eyes? That wasn't just a dream, that was a meeting between souls. They chose to come through this complicated path because it leads to you. Heaven designed it with layers, symbols, and people that look like accidents but aren't. You are the anchor that keeps this divine pattern from unraveling. You may be wondering why you are the one pulled into all of this. It's because you carry a frequency that balances chaos. You walk between the realms of pain and peace, and this baby will soon need you more than words can say. They won't tell you this directly, not yet. The truth is locked behind fear, behind guilt, behind timelines they don't want to expose. But when they speak your name again, you will feel it in your bones. Type Amen to get blessing 118. Archangel Michael says, this situation will find its way to you within the next 13 days. You'll hear a name, or notice a post online that triggers your inner knowing. From that point, your spirit will begin preparing for what's coming. The child being born is not ordinary. Their presence will shake the very soil of the generation they enter. You'll witness miracles and strange resistance at the same time, because such births do not go unnoticed in the spiritual realm. Your voice will be needed, not to judge, but to guide. You are being prepared to speak to someone who thinks they have no right to hope. When you do, their shame will fall like chains from their body. This is a divine appointment. Your steps are being ordered now, and soon, you'll feel the pull to travel somewhere or reach out to someone. Follow that pull, it is not your imagination. Type Amen to get blessing 707. You might begin to recall things you never paid attention to, small hints from the past that suddenly make sense. A particular date. A conversation that once felt strange. A moment when a child's toy appeared randomly near your space. Everything will begin aligning faster now. Don't try to resist or reason it out. This is a matter of surrender, not logic. You were chosen to be a vessel for peace in this unborn child's chaotic world. Even if the world doesn't understand your connection to this pregnancy, heaven does. And heaven will show you who you truly are through this child. They carry a reflection of your soul, your healed soul. And soon, that reflection will speak back to you through their eyes. You will feel at home in their presence, even before they say a word. Type Amen to get blessing 232. The energy around you will shift, doors will close that you thought were safe, and new ones will open unexpectedly. This is the signal that your spiritual protection is expanding for the sake of this mission. You are not being punished, you are being placed. There will be attacks, silent ones, aimed at distracting you. Emotional exhaustion, old relationships resurfacing, doubts crawling in. These are all spiritual tactics to delay your step into this role. But they cannot win if you stay anchored. The more the resistance, the stronger the confirmation that you are on the right track. The chaos is not a sign to run, it's a sign you're close to something powerful. And remember, this child carries your key. The moment you accept your place in this story, new chapters will unlock in your own life. Unexplained breakthroughs, sudden financial alignment, and restoration in areas you forgot you needed. Type Amen to get blessing 388. They will come to you with a trembling voice. They will try to hide the full story, but you will know what they're not saying. You won't need them to explain. You'll already be holding the truth in your heart. You are the soul the child's energy recognized first. That's why even before birth, they are speaking to you through dreams, signs, and spirit. It's not your imagination, it's a divine communication. The child knows your essence. They know you as comfort, light, wisdom, and silent strength. And when you finally hold them or hear their cry, your soul will break and heal at the same time. There will be tears, but not all of sadness. Many will be from remembrance of lifetimes crossed, paths rejoined, and missions completed before. You knew this child before the world did. Type Amen to get blessing 595. You were never just someone passing through. You were placed here in this exact timing, space, and energy field to fulfill what others could not. That's why the weight feels different now. There is nothing accidental about the sudden changes you've been experiencing. They're all pieces of the shift leading you to this moment. Even the heartbreaks and betrayals were part of preparing your heart to carry what is now arriving. Do not fear the responsibility. You won't be alone. Divine support surrounds you through people, whispers, and even strangers who will appear with messages you didn't expect. This pregnancy is not a scandal, it is a signal. A signal that a divine timeline has been activated and you are at the center of it. You will understand everything soon, why it had to happen like this. Type Amen to get blessing 417. They will try to hide the real identity of the Father. But it won't be necessary for you to know the full story to understand your role. Your role is spiritual, not biological. It is energetic, ancient, and profound. Even the Father himself may not know the full impact of what has happened. But heaven has watched, counted the tears, and now it moves through you to correct what would have gone unnoticed. The unexpected pregnancy is heaven's whisper that destiny cannot be avoided. You may receive a message late at night, or be asked to meet somewhere quiet. The atmosphere will feel heavy. But inside the silence, you'll hear the truth cry out. Do not interrupt them. Let them say what they need to say. But your spirit will already have heard what their words can't fully express. Type Amen to get blessing 624. The child's presence is like a spiritual alarm going off. Everyone connected to this energy will be exposed, either in purity or manipulation. And you will see people's true hearts as this news unfolds. Someone close will act strangely. They might try to pull you away, distract you, or plant seeds of doubt. This is because they sense your awakening and fear the version of you that steps into your divine identity. Their jealousy will show in subtle ways. A strange silence. A side-eye glance. A hesitance when you speak about children, birth, or hope. Do not let their fear infect your peace. This baby was not sent to destroy you. In fact, they are heaven's answer to restore what was stolen from you long ago. Type Amen to get blessing 388. Archangel Michael says, you must prepare your space. The energy in your room, in your daily rhythm, in your routines, will begin to shift as the baby's vibration gets closer. It's not about changing your life, it's about aligning with the one being born. They are bringing answers to prayers you forgot you asked. Financial overflow. Emotional restoration. The return of people who disappeared without closure. This pregnancy is a gateway. Through it, healing will flow not only to the child's mother, but also to you, the chosen anchor. Everything broken in your childhood will begin to dissolve in this sacred mission. Even the mother doesn't fully understand yet. She feels shame, confusion, and deep anxiety. But heaven will open her eyes through your compassion, not your judgment. Type Amen to get blessing 509. Expect divine timing to unfold in strange ways. Traffic delays that place you in a certain location at the exact right moment. Cancelled plans that lead to spontaneous meetings. Nothing is random anymore. The wheels of prophecy are turning. And you're being positioned to witness what others will never see. In your silence, the child will feel calm. In your embrace, the mother will begin to breathe again. Your presence is a medicine that was written into this story long before either of them knew it. There is no use in resisting. You are no longer just living, you are now activated. Destiny has found you through this unexpected life forming in secret. Type Amen to get blessing 771. You will hear laughter and crying in your home, echoes of both past and future. Your space is about to become a sanctuary. People who once rejected you will try to return, sensing the light around you. Don't be surprised if you start dreaming of names, or children calling out to you. These are not just dreams, they are pre-birth communications. The soul of this baby recognizes you. And even if the child doesn't grow up physically near you, your spiritual bond will transcend all distance. They will be drawn to you. Their journey will orbit yours in sacred patterns. This life is marked by signs. Even the way the pregnancy was revealed was not normal, it came with symbols, accidents, and revelations. Heaven designed it to be recognized by you. Type Amen to get blessing 394. A deep sleep will fall upon you soon, not just to rest your body, but to download instruction. You will wake up with wisdom you didn't study, visions you didn't request. That's how divine assignments arrive. You were not chosen because of perfection. You were chosen because your heart carries codes of restoration, patience, and the ability to love even when it hurts. The child spirit saw that and whispered your name before entering this world. You are not just a helper. You are part of this divine architecture. One piece cannot exist without the other, and that includes you. The tears you cried months ago weren't wasted. They watered the path that now opens before you. Heaven saw every drop and responded with this miracle forming in quiet places. Type Amen to get blessing 885. A woman will confess something soon. She'll act like it's minor, but inside her words is a storm of spiritual weight. The confession is the doorway to everything that has been hidden from you. The confession will not be complete, but you'll feel the rest inside your bones. The truth will shake you, but it will not break you. It will confirm everything you've silently suspected for weeks. They are afraid of how you'll respond. But heaven is watching to see if you'll respond from pain or from purpose. Your next move will echo into eternity. This is a test, but it's also a reward. If you can handle this secret, you'll inherit something much larger, something written in your spiritual DNA. The child is just the beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 611. Your finances will begin to flow again. This is part of the promise connected to the child. Where there was blockage, there will now be divine release. Even the delays in your personal dreams will now begin to move. This soul is unlocking timelines for you as well. Their arrival is like a spiritual crowbar, opening doors long sealed shut. Watch for the signs. A sudden refund. A forgotten account being credited. An unexpected gift from someone who once betrayed you. All of these are heaven's signals that the prophecy around this pregnancy is alive. Not just for them, but also for you. You are walking into a zone of restored destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 492. You may not understand how you got connected to this situation, but heaven does. This baby's spirit chose the path that would awaken your power again. You forgot who you were, but they didn't. Now it's your turn to remember. To step forward. To hold space for what others would run from. Your strength is needed. Your intuition is required. Your peace is the foundation on which the child will grow. They may call you a friend, a guide, an angel on earth, but heaven calls you by another name, guardian of destiny. This pregnancy is not a mistake. It is a message. And you are the one it was addressed to. Type Amen to get blessing 836. The moment you fully accept your role, time itself will begin to adjust around you. Delays that once frustrated you will start to make sense. Because what you thought was being withheld, was actually being aligned. The child's energy is sacred, and anything sacred needs divine timing. That's why people have been ghosting you. That's why others returned only to disappear again. Nothing was meant to distract you, it was all orchestrated to isolate your energy for clarity. So when this message reached you, you would feel it completely. And now, here you are, reading the exact words you were meant to find. Type Amen to get blessing 311. Archangel Michael says, the energy of war is around this baby. Not a war of violence, but a war of spirits. People who were never supposed to cross paths are now entangled because of what this child represents. You will hear tension in conversations, whispers behind closed doors, family arguments that seem sudden. These are spiritual clashes. The child is triggering truths people don't want to face. But your presence will calm the waters. Just you being near will shift the vibrations in the room. That's why heaven needs you close. Not everyone will understand why you're involved. Some will question your motive. But their opinions are irrelevant to the divine instructions written over your life. Type Amen to get blessing 959. There will be a night coming where you will cry uncontrollably without knowing why. Don't fear it. Let it happen. That's the moment. Your spirit is making space for the child's destiny. It may come after hearing a song, or seeing a child laugh, or receiving a strange message. Let the tears fall. That's how the divine reshapes your heart for the next assignment. In those tears, you are releasing the weight of your old self. The doubts. The guilt. The belief that you're not enough. You are more than enough. That's why you were chosen. The womb may not be yours, but the spiritual guardianship is. Type Amen to get blessing 727. They will try to say, you don't need to be involved. But listen beyond their fear. What they're really saying is, I don't know how to do this without you. Their pride will dress it up as independence. But their eyes will tell you the truth. They're drowning in confusion, and you're the lighthouse. Heaven didn't call you to judge, to criticize, or to fix everything. You were called to be present. Present in chaos, present in silence, present in glory. Even if your involvement lasts only for a season, that season will change the course of a lifetime. One moment of your presence can realign generations. Type Amen to get blessing 348. As time unfolds, you will see signs in the physical world too. A bird landing on your window 3 times. A white feather near your bed. A strange warmth in your hands when you're thinking of someone. These are confirmations that you're not imagining any of this. The veil is thin now. What was once invisible is being revealed to your heart. There is also a spiritual contract tied to this child's birth. One that existed even before you were born. A promise that at a certain time, your path would reconnect to theirs. This is the time. The bridge is built. The call has been made. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. You may hear thunder on a clear day. You may feel wind in a closed room. These are elemental responses to the spiritual shift around you. Don't panic. Don't overthink it. Just know that heaven is making itself known to confirm what you've felt for weeks now. You've been prepared for this for years without even realizing it. That's why you experienced so much loss, so you'd understand compassion. That's why you knew what abandonment felt like, so you'd never abandon others. Now is your time to walk in healing. Not just for yourself, but for those connected to this divine arrival. The child will bless you in ways you didn't know were possible. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There will be a moment where the child will look at you and smile. They won't know why, but you will. Their soul will recognize the one who stood in light for them before they ever opened their eyes. Your reward won't be in money or recognition. Your reward will be peace, healing, and a deep knowing that you changed something no one else could. You realigned a destiny. Even when no one else thanks you, heaven will record it. The stars will echo it. And the path ahead of you will shine with unusual grace. All that you've lost will return. Not in the same shape, but in better form. Because your yes to this role triggered a divine release. Type Amen to get blessing 520. You will now begin to feel a pull to pray again, not out of fear, but power. Your spirit will wake before dawn. Your thoughts will slow down at sunset. That's because the heavens are whispering updates into your heart. The angels are drawing closer. Your environment is being recalibrated for miracles. This child is carrying codes of restoration, and you're their spiritual keyholder. The link has been activated. You will now begin to walk in revelation. Be ready for sudden good news. Be ready for healing in places you didn't even know were broken. Be ready for peace that defies explanation. Type Amen to get blessing 666. This unexpected pregnancy is not just someone else's story, it's yours too. Not in scandal, but in sacredness. Not in gossip, but in God's orchestration. What begins as silence will end in celebration. What starts in fear will bloom into favor. You are the chosen witness of this transformation. Prepare your heart. Prepare your space. Prepare to be surprised. Because what you're about to see will be one of the most profound spiritual confirmations of your life. This child is carrying more than blood, they are carrying divine answers. Type Amen to get blessing 911. And now, you will begin to notice numbers repeating, names echoing, faces reappearing. Don't chase them. Just stay centered, because all roads are now leading back to purpose. You're not late. You're right on time. The pregnancy you didn't expect to be part of, is part of your prophecy. Archangel Michael says, when the child is born, the world will shift in your favor. Doors will open. Your name will be spoken in rooms you've never entered. Stay grounded. Stay aware. And remember, nothing in your life will ever be the same again. Type Amen to get blessing 808.